Bible prophecy is active and unfolding daily. Zechariah 12, Isaiah 17, Psalm 83, Ezekiel 38. Here is what the LameStream Media is not telling you.
Shalom, my friends. Welcome to this week's newscast. Uh-oh. It looks like Trump is Antichrist. I don't know if you can say he's the Antichrist, but, you know, Antichrist refers to anyone who says that Yeshua is not the Yachid of Yahweh. That is to say that Yeshua is not the son of Abba Father. Well, first, look at what I said in last week's newscast. There I go, I'm laughing again.
Silence!
Sorry.
I kill you!
He will bring a message of tolerance and of hope. I'm laughing because it's like, oops, is Trump promoting the idea of we all worship the same God? You know, I hope not, and yet it wouldn't surprise me because that's the way things are supposed to go. And my friends, I'm sorry to say, that is exactly what the Donald, President Trump, has done. He met with Muslims on Friday, Jews on Saturday, and Catholics on Sunday all over in Israel, and basically stated that Muslims, Jews, and Christians all worship the same God. Oh my. That is the act, the words of someone who is anti-Christ. Actually, the word is anti-Mashiach, because to say that Allah of the Quran is the same God as the Jews and Mashiachim, believers in Yeshua, who look to Yahweh, that's Antichrist, because the Allah of the Quran says, Allah has no son. That's a rejection, a complete Antichrist rejection of Yeshua, to say that Allah, which is the, you know, the Arabic word for God, has no son. At any rate, this just adds to the video that I'm working on, which I hope to present to you next month, about all the significant prophecies that are happening and will be happening this year, 2017. Well, from Reuters, U.S. President Donald Trump said in Israel on Monday that he came away from a weekend visit to Saudi Arabia with new reasons for hope that peace and stability could be achieved in the Middle East. I'm sure he meant to say peace and safety, you know. 1 Thessalonians, Thessalonikim, chapter 5, verse 3 says, while they are saying peace and safety, or, you know, something to the effect of all is well and secure, then, in a moment unforeseen, destruction will come upon them suddenly, like labor pains on a woman with child. Again, speaking of this video I'm going to present to you, the sign in the Shamayim of the woman who's about to give birth, September, continuing with Thessalonians, they will absolutely not escape, for there will be no way to escape the judgment of Yahweh. Now, could Donald Trump wind up being the lawless one? The appropriate title given to him in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. That is the Antichrist, who brings miraculous solutions to all the world's problems and then becomes the world's worst nightmare? Well, only time will tell, my friends. Now, I've been brainstorming, trying to come up with some new ways of sharing Yahweh's word with you. And I wound up doing this. Check out this 3-minute clip of what I'm calling Walking in the Word. Taking a break. Thought I'd go outside, take a walk, and clear my head a little bit. And trying to put all the pieces together for this video about 2017. It really is a remarkable year. And there's a lot of different things to point out that makes this year so significant. And you know, some things are happening that aren't even, well, they are in the Word, in fact. I've been talking about this on the news, you know, about time crunching. Here's something else that here you can see behind me. This is going to change the year for me too. Let's see. They're putting together a new supermarket, and I'm looking forward to it because they're gonna have a lot of organic stuff. I'm trying to remember the name of the market, and keeps escaping me. Anyway, been talking about this time crunch. Just did a video on Zephaniah, which is actually Zephaniah. And boy, if there isn't a scripture, a verse right there that points it out. I'll put a link to that video for you beneath this video in the read more section. But it talks about the day of Yahweh and how the approach of the day of Yahweh is quickening. This is what I've been talking about, my friends. The days are they're getting shorter. There's no question about that. And as I mentioned in the video on Zephaniah, time is not fixed. It's not linear either. It's elastic. So anyway, it's my first time trying my my GoPro camera. Guess I'll get back to the studio and see how this worked out. See you in a bit. So, GoPro rule number 1. Do not ever point the camera directly at the sun, Alan. Anyway, I'll be putting some new videos together like that, without the distracting sunlight, I promise, where I just share personal thoughts about Yahweh's Word with you as I take my usual walks around this wonderful neighborhood that I live in. Walking in the Word. If you have any ideas about this, let me know. Now, turning to wars and rumors of wars, on Thursday, May 18th, from Reuters, the U.S. military carried out an airstrike against a militia supported by the Syrian government that posed a threat to U.S. and U.S.-backed Syrian fighters in southern Syria. A convoy, comprised of Syrian and Iranian-backed militias, was headed toward the garrison used by U.S. and U.S.-backed forces. The coalition came and destroyed the advancing convoy. Turning to our Intifada update, on Thursday, May 18th, from the Jerusalem Post, an Israeli driver survived a lynching attempt in the Palestinian town of Hawara, where a crowd blocked his car and started pelting it with rocks. The driver opened fire, killing one Palestinian and injuring another. Videos of the incident showed the man's car being blocked by an ambulance and then assaulted by a mob of about 200 Palestinians. The Israeli, a social worker, said he was on his way home from grocery shopping when the attack took place. He told reporters that he saw his life flash before his eyes as his car was under attack. According to the IDF, Palestinian stoning attacks in the West Bank have increased in the past couple of months. And now turning to our review of last week's news, President Trump is promoting the one world religion prophesied about in the book of Revelation, saying that Muslims, Jews, and Christians all worship the same God. The U.S. military carried out an airstrike against a militia in southern Syria, and an Israeli driver survived a lynching attempt in the Palestinian town of Hawara, where a crowd blocked his car and started pelting it with rocks. And that, my friends, is what the LameStream Media is not telling you. Abba willing, I'll see you here again next week. Until then, stay safe. Shalom.
Crowded rooms, I need more space than I consume. Enough is time alone with you, underneath a naked moon, sharing confidential moods and making chatter. Mockingbird nocturnal sings notations of eternal things, entering the quantum breeze, flying not for want of wings. He lights his gaze on you and me, simply because we matter.